So Evergreen Speedway played host to round 3 and 4 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship, and we were coming off a career best weekend in St. Louis where we got our first top 16, and we were hyped. But we were facing some new conditions at Seattle that we had never faced before. Even though we've been there several times, it had actually never rained the whole time I've ever come there in the last 3 or 4, maybe 5 years. So we unloaded on Thursday and the skies opened up and it was raining. So I got to go out and test the Cadillac for the first time in the rain, and it actually performed really well. So we spent most of Thursday morning working on our rain setup and working on me figuring out how to do it, and we got that pretty well sorted. And then on Thursday afternoon, the track actually started to dry out some, so we were able to get a dry setup dialed in and figured out what to do on the coilovers. We had never adjusted the Yellowspeeds for wet conditions and then back to dry conditions, and we had to take the sway bar off and do a bunch of stuff, but worked out really well. So on Saturday morning for round 3, my first battle was going to be against Travis Reeder, which I was really excited about. He was the person that knocked me out in 32 on round 2 at St. Louis, and that was a really close battle, so I had a good shot at redemption here. Seattle's Travis's home track, so I knew he was going to be a really tough competitor, and he was, but we had a really close battle, and I was able to take the win there, so that was really, really exciting. Great way to kick off the weekend at Evergreen, and moved on to top 16 once again. Unfortunately for my buddy Jeff Jones, he had a crash in practice, so he was not able to make it to the line, which gave us a bye into the Grade 8, which was my first Grade 8 appearance since my career started in Formula Drift. Unfortunately, that would be where our round 3 would end. Our buddy and Achilles Tire teammate Michael Essa knocked us out there. We had a little issue where the negative battery terminal came loose coming off the bank, and the car shut off for just a second. I had a really good lead, but obviously not anything good enough to overcome a huge incomplete like that in my chase. So we lost there, but overall really, really good round, and first Grade 8 appearance. So that had a super pump going into round 4. So for the start of round 4 in my top 32 battle, I had Farouk Kugai, and the only other time we had battled was my first year in Pro 2 in 2015 in Texas, where he beat me. So this time I got a little bit of redemption, and I was able to take Farouk out, and we had some good laughs there after the battle was over, but moved on to yet another top 16. So 3 out of 4 so far this year, we've moved on into the top 16 at least. Huge accomplishment. It's always great to be there for opening ceremonies. After that, I would have my wildest battle of the weekend against fellow Yellowspeed driver Kazuya Taguchi. We both were pushing just so hard, just as hard as we possibly could. I gave it everything I had, and we both made a little bit of contact and were rubbing, and each got lost in the smoke and made a few mistakes. Ended up having to go one more time, and in that one more time, I was chasing really close behind him. He transitioned super hard, put a little bit too much angle in the car. We made a little bit of contact right there at the finish. He went spinning, and that was enough to give me the win and our second Grade 8 finish of the weekend. I would finish the weekend off at Evergreen in Grade 8 against Chelsea Denofa, who I've run against a couple of times. He's beat me in Pro a couple times. I beat him one other time at a different event, and he got me here again. But that car is just so fast. We got to make a few more adjustments on our Cadillac to be able to keep up with the RTR boys, but really, really happy with the overall result this weekend. We went out swinging. We had a good lead, a good chase, and Chelsea just stuck it to me a little bit better than I was to him. So we're going back to work before Texas and look for us to improve on this great performance.